Very good morning to one and all. So today we are going to deal with a most important topic, which is work-life balance. So we are happy to see you everybody on Sunday morning for this session. Your gracious present means a lot because it is not going to be a one-way side of session. It's going to be a two-side because this session will gain its fulfillment through you asking as many as queries that is possible. So the whole purpose of this session is many of us are having aims, ambitions, desires to do something in life. But what is happening is our various commitments as a wife or a mother or a daughter-in-law or a doctor is not allowing us to fulfill our aims. So we are lacking that me time. This many of us would have felt. There is no time and space for me. I have to do things for everybody. So this session will help you to realize the place where you are stuck in life so that you can move ahead. It doesn't mean that all the speakers here are perfect in everything. It's because of God's grace, we all joined with like-minded people who helped us to overcome the obstacles that we are facing in life. So we have fallen down many times. We have faced the difficulties, but we have raised with the help of like-minded peoples. So we are here to make you realize the same. So before starting the session, there are few important announcements which will help us to make this session a seamless one. The first thing is, please mute your microphones because that is very essential. It doesn't disturb the other person. Next, this Zoom meeting is for 40 minutes. So after every 40 minutes, it will be cut. So please join back again with the same ID after 40 minutes. And there is a separate question and answer time. And during that time, you please type your questions in the comment section so that each one of us not opening the microphone and then speaking. So this helps us to do a seamless journey. So I would like to introduce today's speakers, Dr. Janavi ma'am. Janavi ma'am is the senior among three of us. She has completed BHMS in 2004. She is mother of 2 children and she is continuously practicing homeopathy for the past 12 years at Bangalore, and she is attending Gurukul for the past 5 years. And she has done a special course, certificate in gynecology and obstetrics. I was asking her what is the full form of CGO. So she has done that special course. So we are glad that you are here, ma'am, to guide all of us. So next is Dr. Prabha ma'am, and she is from Bangalore. She is practicing for the past 13 years. She completed BHMS in 2010 and then she has completed yoga, FND. She is an yoga instructor and diet advisor. She is mother of a child and she is attending Gurukul since 2018 for the past 6 years. And finally, it's me, Divya from Trichy, Tamil Nadu. And I completed BHMS in 2011. I'm practicing since then. I'm a mother of a child. I'm attending Gurukul for the past 11 years. I'm attending since 2013. So before going into the session, let us see a few quotes which will help us to sail this journey in a smooth way. So dreams come true when you have the courage to pursue them. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Life is a game. We cannot undo a move, but we can make the next move better. So what is the next move that which you want to make yourself better. Please type your questions in the chat box. So let us not hesitate in asking the queries. The more you ask the queries, all of us will be benefited through it. So let us see who is the first person to ask their query, which will benefit everybody. Yes, to be a better version of myself each day, upgrade self and evolve. Yes. So what is the difficulty one is facing in this? Because each person will face different types of difficulties. So what is the difficulty which one is facing in this? As I already told, this is not going to be a single-sided session. Okay. She has asked, Raksha Thakkar ma'am has asked balance household chaos and work front. So Janvi ma'am would like to answer for it. Please, ma'am.
So, good morning, Dr. Raksha. It's a good question. So, once you have a vision, you want to make yourself better. So, just keep doing it every day. Don't leave that thought. Just morning when you wake up, just meditate it daily what you wanted to do and what you are doing, so that once anytime some or the other problem or some or the obstacle, if it comes, try to overcome it by taking some or the other advice or guidance from people who are elder to you or senior to you. That is what I advise. Morning, once you wake up, just meditate what you wanted to do and what you are doing it right now. That is the way. And while doing, there are many obstacles. Okay, so we have many commitments. Sometimes we feel that we don't have time for our own entertainment, or sometimes we feel that we are not enjoying outside. All these things, we need to prioritize things, what we wanted to do, what we have to do. Okay, so need is first. The need, basic need is first. So what we wanted to do is the need. Few things we need to sacrifice for few things what we want to achieve. Few things like entertainment, these things, uh, the the prioritization should be less in our life, so that we can achieve more things in our life. Not that we are not supposed to enjoy, but when there are two things, just prioritize what we need to do first and what is next. Then the life will be very good. Prioritizing things.
ಇದು 2 ಸಾಲು ಕಿಲ್ಲರ್.
Okay, ma'am.
In this regards, I would like to add a few more points, which I was not good at, but with help of Shekhar sir's guidance, I was able to manage it. The most important thing is we have to be in that place where we are. If it is household, we shouldn't bring the work into the household. What happens when we are cooking and if patient is calling, then we attend that call. That is where the problem happens and the problem arises between us and family members. And after going to clinic, sitting on that chair, then we think about what has to be cooked for dinner, what has to be done, whether the gas is off, when to pick up the child from school, what he will be doing after returning from school. So we are not in that place where we are doing the work. Always it is a mess of everything. So first thing which we have to organize within ourselves is, now if you are doing this, attending this Zoom meeting, attend only this Zoom meeting. Don't WhatsApp, chat with your friends simultaneously. So do only what you're doing. That will help us to balance the work and household life, whatever it is, to its fullest. Thank you, Raksha Thakkar ma'am, for the beautiful question. So, hope your question is answered to its fullest. So, we will take up next question. What is the thing that we are good at, or we are not knowing what is our problem? Only if we know what is the problem, then we can get a solution to it. Okay. Dr. Elil ma'am, I'm having 2 years child. I can't able to manage profession and home. Prabha ma'am, please ma'am.
Good morning. Azil, right?
Elil Baradan.
Okay. Exactly. In which area you're facing a situation? If you are telling me, then I can tell you. See, 2 year child means I started my work at 9 months of baby. Okay, so we have to schedule our day first. Yes, we have to, and if anyone is having at a helping hand, that is good. If not, also, you the sleep with the baby's timings and our clinic timings, we should, even though a day or even though one day, even though we are giving a 1 hour for one case or 2 hour for one case, only you see the one case, only you see a one patient, but we have to give some or at least a half an hour. If you are a 2 years baby, that is difficult, but we have to give us some time. That should be scheduled time according to your convenient houseworks. Then you can move ahead.
Yeah, ma'am, I have no helping hand also. I have to manage as a single.
Okay.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah.
I'm facing difficulties to manage profession as well as home, ma'am. I have two children,
You have two childrens.
so it is little difficult for me to manage both the things at the same time.
Okay. 2 years, one baby is there, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
You told you are having two childrens. Another baby?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Another one baby is you can make a time in the school time that we can do that, right? The
Yes.
one baby is
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
school. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so it is around you just take it as a 9 to 3 o'clock or 9 to 2 o'clock. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So your baby's timing, and you see your second baby's timing, sleeping time, and along with your work, and if you are taking one case, if you want to see the one patient, you can take your child to the clinic also, or you can stay at home, you can start your practice. Okay, and do see if the baby's stomach is filled, you can half an hour you can store the time. That is that correct? Am I right? Half an hour at least.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I used to do
Yeah, ma'am.
I used to do this one actually. Half an hour I used to take that time. Okay. In during that half an hour I used to take the case just one time. Okay. First cases. I used to take the cases at home, not in the clinic, at home. That case, if in between, if any interruption, then I used to entertain my child along with my clinic, this only, along during the practice only, by giving some other stuffs or by giving something which he or she likes. So we can manage 20 to 20 minutes there also. So around and 40 to 45 minutes we can manage with the full stomach baby. Okay. And this one thing I did. And second thing is sleeping time. The baby's sleeping time will be there. That is around 1 hour. Okay. The baby will sleep. The sleeping time of a baby, 1 hour sometime. So 1 hour that filled stomach time, and also second thing is sleeping time. I used to pick and I used to take the case that time, and I used to work on it in the evening or after sleeping the baby. Then next day, near area and colony people, I used to call them. That day I used to manage the cases and give the medications next day. Like that you can also manage. And when it comes to household works, we have to do, as Dr. Janvi told, we have to sacrifice some things, right? So morning sessions, there are busy session for ladies. Morning, if you are waking up at 6 o'clock, then you just wake up at 5 o'clock. Then it will be easy for you to schedule your day. That's it.
Jahnavi ma'am, please add on your points.
Am I audible, ma'am? Okay. So even I have two kids. One was going to school. He started going to school. The other one was like 1.5 to 2 years old. And by the time we came here, I was setting up the clinic in this area. There was a very large community of people, North Indians especially. They really love to come for acutes. So first, people, when we manage acute cases, people will believe and they will come for chronic cases. By that time, when my daughter was sometimes sleeping on my lap or something like that. But when the patient comes, either we have to make them sleep, or we need to make them understand that the patient is there. Just play with this toy or play with, do something, whatever, small rhymes or learning things for them. We need to engage them. There are cases where 1 or 2 cases still I remember, where she used to sit in my lap and I took 1 or 2 cases along with her, and I explained the patient that this is my issue. I'll analyze the case and I'll send the medicine within half an hour. You don't worry. So he understood, and they have sent their driver to pick up the medicine after half an hour. So it's better you explain them, this is the case, this is how I manage things. So once we are transparent enough with the patient, they will understand, because even they have come from such situations. They know the things. Don't think that what they will think, how they will understand our issues. Nothing like that. Just explain them. There are many people they can understand, but there are few people who will not agree. Just leave them. That's it. That's it. Leaving things, I learned it from Shekhar sir so much. There are, and telling no to a few people, not only to patients, and even in our life, personal life, saying no, in spite of our complete full effort, they are not agreeing. Just say no. Telling no is like, it was not like my cup of tea. But after coming to SWARA Gurukul, this is the thing, this I can do, this I cannot do. Just telling no to a few things is a very good learning in our life. We'll be like, with our peace of mind will be like, we'll be balanced. That is very important thing in our life. But many people, they will understand, even though you have a month's baby or 1-2 years baby, not an issue. But you need to think how much time you will take for that case. Either it is 10 minutes or 15 minutes. You should have an understanding because once the patient takes an appointment, is it an acute case or a chronic case, just make sure that this much time you need. So that you can manage. Even I managed without my parents or without in-laws, no support from anyone. Even I managed. And few people nowadays, they are these days we are getting what do you call babysitting people. Even you can start getting their help for just for few hours, and you can start learning, or you can start practicing just for half an hour. 1 hour a day is enough. That will build confidence in you. Yes, we did something today. It's not a waste. Hanuman has said, my life is not in vain. That you need to remember every day.
Very true. So, Prabha ma'am and Janvi ma'am has answered the question to its fullest. Just I want to add on giving some examples in history also. See, we all know about Jhansi Rani, who went to the war with baby. And common example, if we have to see, whenever I travel to Mumbai in train, I tell all the students, see, those who are coming and selling in trains, if they are male, they will carry only the luggage of that product which they are selling. But if it is a female, and if you have noticed, they will tie the baby in front with a towel and they will carry the product behind. So this is meant to be for females. And if you think that, okay, now my baby will grow up and then I can sell the product, which is an example, our career profession as a doctor, that will never happen in life. Because after one difficulty, you will face another difficulty. As and how the baby grows up, the difficulties will increase. So start from wherever you are and do whatever you can. Yes, Janavi ma'am.
One more point I would like to add for this. Like, if you are willing to do something, you have to do. So when my kids were very small, and it was very less time when I was practicing, then I used to watch inspirational videos where ladies, how they are working, ladies who have become like how they have become successful in their life managing kids, their stories and all I used to read. So one or the other tip, not that whole thing we can do, but one or the other tip we can implement in our life. So that I used to do, how these ladies, they have overcome all these difficulties. Such things, such videos help us.
Very true, ma'am. So, Dr. Elil ma'am's query is solved. Hope so. Yes, no, ma'am. Okay. So, Raksha Thakkar ma'am has asked another query. Ma'am, mother-in-law, father-in-law advises for parenting. Without hurting them, how do we convince and have our way of parenting as well? So there is full of smile in Janavi ma'am's, Prabha ma'am's face. So who is willing to answer this query? First, Prabha ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
See, the question was good. Actually, the line what she wrote is without hurting them. That is little bit difficult because there is a saying we can't do anything in right way everywhere and every time. If we are doing one time one thing in a one right way, some other thing should be wrong. That is truth actually. Everything every time we can't be right. So, see, yes, I faced this actually, not like any type of nothing like arguments. I know, just yes, if they are present with us, the same thing what I told with the child, you have to, yes, you have to do your works according to their expectations also. Yes, some things like half a day. Okay, half a day if you are giving your time to your parenting, mother-in-laws, father-in-laws, and your household works, and little bit of time you can store from there also. That is very important. You should take, yes. Sometimes some parents are cooperative, some in-laws are non-cooperative. I understand, but also every day, each day, you can't keep them happy. One or the other day, we may get hurt. One or the other day, they may get hurt. The right things, what is the right things? If they are if they are thinking negatively, if they are thinking positively, if your attitude is right, okay, if your attitude is right, your intention is right, then the negative things can automatically convert into positive. That is for sure. Because I faced this. They both know, Dr. Janvi and Dr. Divya both knows. Time to time, 9 tablets I used to give to my mother-in-law that day. I used to practice also, not in my home, and also I had to go to the clinic those days. So morning till 10 o'clock, I used to satisfy them. Till 10 o'clock, I did not think about me. After 10 o'clock, I used to take my time by preparing their expectations, household works, kitchen works till within 10 o'clock for their afternoon sessions. So I used to go 2 hours, I used to spend 12:30, I used to come back again, and I used to give a 2 hours for their afternoon. And again, I used to go at 4 o'clock, and again, I used to come at 6 o'clock. So like this, I used to manage 2 to 4 hours per day without hurting them. Dr. Janvi and Dr. Divya can tell, but it's a little bit practically means I did that without hurting them. 100%ly I did not. 10% some or the other way I also hurted, and they're also hurted, because see, that's only I told you, if your attitude and your intention is right, they will also one or the other way they will convey. For some days it is very difficult. That's it. You can manage. Just manage your and do your works as by the schedule, and they will become used to along according to your works, which I did, and that worked out actually.
Yes, Janavi ma'am.
It's a never-ending topic. If we start, it will not end about in laws and all wanted to do, and how to manage the time. Just there will be days when you are hurt, yes, but try to be a little bit like on the positive side, where there are things, even they are elders, they will tell you from their life examples. Yes, we have to hear them few things, but not that each and everything is correct, okay, because there is a generation gap. Okay, so the thing is, we need to learn what they wanted to tell, few things, and we need to explain them what your point is. Then you can make the difference slowly, slowly, not in one day.
And one thing I can tell you, who is it's a little bit of cheating. You can do this. Who is very close to you, mother-in-law or father-in-law, you can convey them. You can gain the confidence. Okay, you can convey your problems according to their emotions. You can tell them so that anyone can understand. Then it will be little bit of easy to push our truck.
Okay. So we need to add something with whatever Prabha ma'am and Janavi ma'am told. It's a very valuable inputs which you have given. So in this, the most important thing, the mistake which we do is we think we know everything. What we are doing is right for the child. That is where the problem arises. Once we pay attention to their thing, okay. So now here we have to do two things. We have to make them aware about what they are talking, and we have to be also aware about what we are doing. It is not just blindly telling, okay, now this is correct for the child, and so it has to be done because I'm the parent. So many of us also have this false belief that we don't allow children to in-laws house like the way we allow to mother's place. Because we think, many of us females think that now if they are leaving the child to in-laws home, then they will not bring up the child in a good way. So because we have been brought up in mother's place and we think that whatever we are doing is good and what we are doing is right. So that is where the clash happens, mainly between the daughter-in-law and mother-in-law, who is right now. So what we have to do is, we have to understand now, for example, without hurting them. So why we shouldn't hurt them? What is the reason behind that hurt? So once we introspect within ourselves, we will get thoughts and ideas for that. And once we explain it to them, why I am behaving in such a way, they will understand. Janavi ma'am told that rightly. It will not happen immediately because everybody have their ego. From small child to elderly people, everybody have their ego. So everybody needs that attention. Everybody needs that importance also. So once we try to explain them the reason behind our intentions, attitude, behavior, and try to explore in them for what they are telling that without hurting their ego. If mother-in-law tells something like this, if you have to do for the child, then ask to mother-in-law, by this what we get, what is the reason for which it has to be done in a humble way. So their ego also is not hurt and they come to awareness. Okay, what she is telling is right. So they will understand, okay, daughter-in-law is matured enough. So first you are avoiding the ego clash and you're doing whatever need that has to be done for the child also. Thank you, ma'am, for the valuable question. Okay. Dr. Suvita Murthy, she has asked, ma'am, paying rent for clinic is difficult because patient inflow is very less. In my area, no awareness for homeopathy. Yes, Janani, ma'am.
So first you can start your uh, like consultation from right from your home. So what I did, I thought like first start my clinic at my home. It's like we planned our home like that. Later on, by the time I wanted to go out and one more I wanted to start, I went to SWARA GURUKUL and I became busy itself here itself, and I don't need to pay one more rent for one more clinic. So that is the case. When you are good enough, wherever you start, that will be your place. Even if I want to go out, I can go out, but now I am full now here at my home. People will come here. People will come here. Truly speaking, whatever you do it properly, do your best. Wherever you are sitting, people will come. Once they are satisfied, you give them results. You can establish anywhere. You can start from your home, a small little room for your consulting.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. Prabha, ma'am, you want to convey something in this regard?
Yes, actually, yes, I completely agree with Dr. Janvi. One thing is, you can start your initial practice with simple at home with the acutes, which I did initially. Acutes like respiratory, as in Bangalore, it is very cold. Respiratory cases will be the more that those days. So you can start with acutes, so that and near area people, so that if you are going out or somewhere, if you are going for a walking and all, you can say that you can say, because without introducing ourselves, we can't go ahead. You just say that, yes, this is the case. I am starting the practice nowadays, and so I will check this and this things. So you can start. I started with the kids actually. I started with kids respiratory problems. So first only one patient I saw 2 months first actually. So that took a long time, but the case was solved after 2 months. But that was an acute case. After one baby, another baby, and the best option I had is my kids' walking partners. If we are going out, if you are introducing yourself, we can gain the patient. That how I did, I am telling you people. Some people hesitate to talk. Okay, I did not did not used to talk to many. My husband told, you just start talking. If you want your name and fame, you start talking. So when I started talking with area persons, or the colleagues, or some others, their neighbors, they will come at least for the advice. If they are coming for advice, you can talk little bit of more. Then they can come for a single dose, or whatever it is, a single is fever, cough and cold. You can start one by one, one by one, one by one. There it is. There is no need to pay the rent, and there is no need of anything. You just give some time according to your schedule. That is enough initial days.
Yes, ma'am, very true. So, Raksha Thakkar ma'am has further answered to Dr. Suvita's question. You can conduct camp, health checkup, camp in your area, school, temples. That will help awareness. Very true. The first thing is, if you have not, there are various people in this platform. Two things is, if you have not started the clinic, the best way is whatever Janvi ma'am and Prabha ma'am told. Go stepwise. First start in house. Don't see for uh, high setup clinic. That is where we do mistake. We set up the clinic big. We purchase all medicines and keep. We purchase big chairs, big tables, invest so much of money, and then we think, okay, now how to repay all this loan? Not able to do all these things. Then that is where we get stuck. So go stepwise. So homeopathy is very simple. Just a paper and pen is enough. Wherever you can sit, you can take the case. Shekhar sir always tells you can take the case even under a tree. That will be more realistic for the patient, and it will help them to open up till their core. So it is not the setup of external things for homeopathy. It is the setup of internal things. If you have not started the practice, better invest your money in improving your skills, which is case taking, case analysis, and follow up. So you please invest your money in seminars, learning, so that what you get is through learning, you get that earning. The difference is only L present and L absent. So you keep learning and improve your skills so that patient inflow is more. And if you have started the clinic, then the second option is whatever Raksha Thakkar ma'am has told. You have to create awareness through various programs, through various speech, and simple thing which Prabha ma'am told while going for walking with neighbors. You talk about it and you create awareness.
Clearly, at least whatever I'm spending this much time and this much for medicines, everything. This is how I'm charging. So, like, if you want, clearly you can tell this is my set. If your in-laws really insist, then just consider them and ask them how much to reduce and all. You clearly talk to them.
Yeah.
So for this, only one thing which I have to tell is don't do anything free of cost. They will not know the value of it. If you once start doing free of cost, then the next person will come and ask, for that person you did free of cost, and why not for me? Then you get stuck over it. Then it is like you are doing always free of cost, and then at least it's we who have left that borders, and then we only will ultimately feel, okay, now we are used up in this thing. So please be clear in whatever you are doing, and whatever Janavi ma'am told, no means no. that we have to train for ourselves, which many of us are missing. Because if we think that if we tell no, that person will leave us. We have some fear of losses. Either it is a money or a relationship or a whatever it is. We have some fear of loss. And that is why we tell always yes to many things. And then ultimately we only suffer because of that. So always shake us or tells, don't have fear of any losses. Once you go through that, you will know that they will not leave us. They will be there with us. So be clear in whatever you are doing. For example, one of the patient recently before 1 month also told, you are charging so much, whereas other homeopaths are charging only less. Then I asked her, so you would have shown to other homeopaths only. Why you want to come here? So then she told, no, I will show to you only. And then they are paying it. So they want everything from their side. So don't do that. Then you will only ultimately suffering. So the next question is, Dr. Sivaranjani.
Once you give the result, then you can ask them like, this is my charge. That's it. Long back, like a few years back, a small example, there were patients, like they were here in Bangalore during COVID time. They shifted to my hometown. They were used to me for everything, acutes or everything. So they started referring cases to me, and they thought that by referring, they don't need to pay. They thought, they assumed. I didn't tell them. So they started referring to me, and I was giving the results, and they stopped giving me fees. Taking a consultation on phone and all, they stopped giving me fee. Once I asked them that you didn't pay the fee, so they told, we are referring many cases. What is there in referring? Like, I'm not like, I'm doing your thing to you and their thing to you. I'm just justifying the things, whatever the patient I'm treating. So they got hurt and they stopped coming to me. That's okay. I just kept quiet. One day we'll have like what I did. I thought what I did, whether I did wrong or right, but I just kept quiet because we have too many things. But later again, after few years, again they started. That is what, once we are doing justice, what we are doing, we should not think anything else. Just do whatever you are doing, right things. That's it.
Yes, Janavi ma'am. Thank you. So Dr. Sivaranjani has asked another question. How to make sure the kids and family nutrition is not compromised while giving equal importance to work schedule? I think Prabha ma'am will be the right person to answer this because she is a nutritionist and diet advisor.
See, according nutrition and all is correct. It is a one side. See, the food what you are eating, which age your child is, that is important. So up to 2 years, 18 months, up to 18 months, up to first 6 months is feeding is important. After that, liquid diet. These are all the things you are maintaining. Which age your child is, that you just see. If the child is in growing up stage, 9 years, 8 years plus, then they need a protein rich food. So, and carbohydrate rich food. And these two rich foods, you just maintain it. If mother-in-laws, father-in-laws are there, then they need a iron rich food. For that, you just plan your diet. Example, example protein rich diet. What it means, for simple things means a handful of nuts is the proteins. Okay, and a handful of nuts and the sprouts. These type of foods you can keep for kids. Okay, and it is equal to it is equal to half a meal. Okay, and for elders, like iron and calcium food, like all leafy vegetables, you can cook the food with the leafy vegetables, so that you can give a good nutrition to the your elders also. Like this you can manage. The 5 things is carbohydrate and starch. This should be maintained even for the children's and even for the elders. The stuffs I told you, the things that leafy vegetables and some other things like nuts, sprouts. If you can't these, then vegetables you take like tomatoes, carrots. Okay, nowadays what simple vegetables, what all you are using, everything it is having. But we have to choose according to the age. That's it. And what generally I told this. What is your exact question? You just tell to me. Dr. Raksha, right? No?
No, it's Dr.
Dr.
Sivaranjani.
Shivaranjani.
Yes, Dr. Shivaranjani. If you are having any specific, then you can tell me. I can answer you question.
You can
I would
please
like to add
mute
one
yourself.
point. I would like to add one point. Her question is like not compromising with while giving equal importance to work schedule. So this needs a little planning ahead. So the day which we get an off, like the Sunday, one day, when we get all the groceries or vegetables, so plan ahead for the whole week what to prepare, whether we are giving right nutrition, a balanced diet for the whole family. Like plan your diet day wise for the whole week whenever you are getting the groceries and things, and make sure all the things are balanced. What Prabha ma'am told, the carbohydrate, the protein, iron, everything, all the things. So plan accordingly for whole 1 week so that your work schedule is not disturbed once you plan ahead. That's it.
Actually, Dr. Shekhar sir used to tell always that when we sit in the chair, we feel like a doctor. I am a doctor. So in this also the same thing. When we will always think like a physician and the doctor, so we will think like this nutrition and that, this diet and that, and normal vegetables, fruits, and normal how usually what is the groceries and what daily routine vegetables what we are eating, that is enough actually. We are just concentrating more, we are thinking more in terms. Because of this will arises. See, for simple thing, one meal includes what? Two chapatis, one roti, one dal, and one cup of rice and some vegetables. This is so every time I think all the people use this one. This is and this is a balanced diet too. Nothing added, nothing to add here. The only thing is that if the kid want some other expectation, like see nowadays what is there, this is my ambition, that is my ambition, this is my passion, that is my passion, in that cases this all the nutrition arises. Okay, normal simple thing, normal simple living people, that is no need to worry about that. What the household groceries, what is the things what you are buying daily routines, you just compensate in that, it will be enough. The thing is, Dr. Janvi told how to manage the time, that is important. You just manage it according to your, the same thing I told you, one meal plate with the two chapati, one roti, one cup of dal and one rice with the vegetables is more than enough for everyone. It includes everything. No need to worry about the specified nutrition, what I am giving to my kids, be giving to my elders, what about me and all.
So before that, see, many of us know this, but sometimes it's like a reminder that is set within us always. Nothing can destroy iron, only its own rust can. Likewise, nothing can destroy you, only your own mindset can. So the problem is rarely the problem. 99% of the harm is caused in your head by you and your thoughts. 1% of the harm is caused by the reality. What actually happens and the outcome. Most of the time, The problem isn't the problem. The way you think about the problem is. So, if you have any doubt further, so what is that main problem which you are facing within yourself, so that you can come out of it? So you please focus on that and ask queries related to that. Dr. Swati ma'am's question is, which or what type of exercise we can opt to make us fit, to maintain our health as well? Ma'am, as we find minimum time in between. Yes, ma'am. Prabha ma'am, you would like to answer for this?
Yes. See, usually exercise means only the warm-ups is enough for you people. Generally, if you are not having any time for particular time for exercise, if you are not making the time, see, very minimum warm-ups within 10 minutes you can go for warm-up. All just lose your joints, just twisting your like this only. If even hands, necks, anti-clockwise and clockwise, that is enough. And 15 minutes, 15 minutes, just 3 to 4 pranayamas, it will help you to maintain your normal health, especially for females.
So if there is no other queries, can we do a small self-awareness exercise that will really help us to know what is our problem and to handle that effectively? Because many a times we are not knowing what is our problem, and then we are suffering with everything, taking up too many things and then suffering with everything. So can we do that self-awareness exercise if there is no queries? Okay, Dr. Swati. Okay, so for this, you all please take a paper and pen. Once you are ready with paper and pen, let me know in the chat box that you are ready. So you please write on that paper, what is your aim in life? So that aim can be one or many. You can write as many as possible. Or if you are clear with the aim, only one, then you can write one. There is no hard and fast rule. This many aims you have to write. If you have written, please type in the chat box written, so that we can know that everybody have finished writing and then we can go ahead. And there are also few people who don't know what is their aim. So no issues. You can just think about it. What could be my aim? The probabilities. Okay, Lil ma'am, let us wait for everybody. Let us take few minutes, because this will help us a lot. If you have written, please write written in the chat box. Now, what let us do is strike which you can live even without it. Okay, you would have written one, two, or many. Just strike, think within yourself and see which you can live without it. Strike those aims. For example, now, if you have written, now I have to build a house. And if you're not, you can even live without building a house. Then you can strike that aim. And circle those which you can't live without it. It can be anything, like taking care of your child. Aims can be anything. It is not that highest aim you have to find out. Every day-to-day aims. So strike which you can live even without it, and circle which you can't live without it. And one more important thing, you can just feel free to write, because we are at the end of the exercise, we are not going to ask for it, whatever you have written. You can just feel free to write anything, strike anything, circle anything. The end will create only an awareness to you, and it need not be shared. So you can write openly. As there is no message in chat box, let us go ahead. So now you have circled some aim which you can't live without it, right? So now just only focus on that circled thing. Leave that striped thing. So focusing on that circled aim, see what is not allowing you to fulfill that aim. So just think about it. What is not allowing you to fulfill that aim? So the factors can be external factors or internal factors. External factors like, for example, money or people around you or whatever it is. Internal factors like, for example, your laziness or inferior complex, etc. Just focus on that circled aim and write down what is not allowing you to fulfill that aim. Differentiate and write under headings, external factors, then write under internal factors. Separately, you make a column and write. And it can be many also, even 10 external factors and 10 internal factors. You can write as many as possible. Again, we can filter it down, no issues. Okay, we will go to the next step. Now, you have written few internal factors and few external factors, right? Now take one by one. Strike that which can be changed. Now, for example, you have written laziness in one of the internal factors. If you can change it, then strike it. And circle that which can't be changed. So one by one, you think first start from external factors. One by one, you think about it, whether it can be changed, then strike it. It can't be changed, then circle it. Okay. What about others? So next, you have circled certain things, right? That can't be changed. Now you focus only upon that circled things and find out the reason for which it can't be changed. Just forget everything else. Focused only on those circled things which you have circled that it can't be changed. Write the reason for it. Whatever, up to your thinking, just go for as far as possible in your wildest of thinking. What could be the reason for which it can't be changed? Even now in this process, when we are thinking the reason, our own mind will tell some certain things. Okay, this can also be changed. No issues. Then again you strike it. Okay, I'm getting some personal message that all can be changed. Okay, let us see with others. The reason for which it can't be changed. Okay, so now we have reached the final step of the exercise. So you would have written some reason, right, for which it can't be changed. Now it will take time for you to think about it. And so after the session, you can think about it because that is your lesson. You have to focus on it, why it can't be changed. So only there you will get a way to come out of it. That is your lesson to its fullest. So if you focus on it, then you will get a way to come out of it. So that in doing this process, the most essential thing is you have to stop blaming the other. The other can be a person or it can be a non-material thing. For example, the other can be money, which is a material thing, or it can be husband, mother-in-law, child, whosoever it is, people. So in this process, when you are focusing on it, you have to stop blaming the other and start looking inside oneself, because the answer is within. So this you can do after the session. So the main important feature for this exercise is don't suffer without knowing what is the suffering about. Many a times we just suffer. We tell we have many problems, but we are not pinpointing what is the exact problem. So because once we find out the exact problem, there will be a lesson for us to learn from that problem. Once we learn that lesson, that problem, that suffering will leave us. So that you can easily come out of your obstacles. So start focusing on the problems and sufferings and find out the lesson out of it, rather than just suffering. So if you are not able to find by your own self, you please ask the guidance of elders, and that is where SWARA Gurukul has played a major key role in all of our lives, because we have met many like-minded people over there who have guided us to overcome those obstacles in every way, so that our path gets a direction. Otherwise, what happens? The path is directionless and we land up nowhere. So the path with the direction will lead to a destination. So in this regards, I would request first Janavi ma'am to please share her insights of how attending Gurukul and Dr. Shekhar Algungi sir's teachings helped her to evolve holistically. Yes, Janavi ma'am.
So I attended SWARA Gurukul in 2019 before COVID. After completing CCH course here in Bangalore, I saw Shekhar sir during this CCH teachings. I was very much inspired by Shekhar sir teachings, and somehow I got his these workshops are going on in Kolhapur, nearby Kolhapur. So I thought of going there, but it was very difficult for me to leave the family for 1 week and go there. So for the first time, I asked my mother to come here to help my family to make sure everything is going good. And once she came here, then I reserved my bus ticket. I went there and I came back. But for the first time when I was there, I was thinking how these people will be doing. I left them like alone here, because I'm a bit scared what these people will do, how they will manage things and all. So my mother was there. That's okay. After that, COVID started. During COVID time, we attended few webinars. But once again the workshop started. My mother couldn't come as she has to handle some other family members at my hometown. She couldn't come. I was in dilemma whether to leave them or whether to go there, or how to do it. So slowly I managed things. Like I explained my kids, these are the things you need to manage yourself. I appointed one cook. Somehow I left them with a little bit scare in my mind, and but I could leave them and I go there. Once I came back, I listened few positive things. negative things as well. They told that we could manage things even without you. It was good because they are becoming self-dependent. So even Shekhar sir was explain kids that you are a doctor, you need some time for yourself, and they have to manage things. You need to explain them how to do all those things. So I started implementing his teachings. So slowly they became self-dependent, and now life has become easy because if I have not gone there, even now I'll be doing many things and they will be dependent on me. But now it's not the case. They are doing their things because of these things, and now I'm going to the workshops. So not only in your practice, even your life, you will be learning many things in Gurukul, how to manage things, the obstacles, whatever you face, each and everything. Once you face, then only you will try to solve it, then you will get the result. There are many things. If you don't want to face some issue, so you will be in that stage, you will not grow in your life. So that is what I learned from Swara Gurukul, especially Shekhar sir, and even Divya ma'am and Priyanka ma'am. Like we got lot of guidance. That is how managing time and managing family along with our practice is very important.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Prabha, ma'am, please share your experience.
Okay, first time before I go to SWARA, I was into clinics, but um, I used to practice general things actually. My diet and my yogas and all. More, not I'm not into more homeopathy before going to SWARA. I used to practice Ayurveda too, as my husband is Ayurveda practitioner. And after 2018, I went first time with him. So yeah, after going there, it was very difficult to go there. My kid was, I think, 5 years old that time, 4 years old. It was very difficult for somewhere else for that to 7 days. I went there. There actually meeting different type of doctors and different of opinions and sir's teaching everything. In the case everything, I became more strong. Actually, I became more stronger after going to Gurukul. And after that, the important thing I changed in my life is particular to homeopathy. Yes, I changed myself. I started taking the case before going to Swara Gurukul.
So, till Prabha, ma'am, is joining back, I would like to show the place of Swara Gurukul, where mother is able to attend the sessions teachings along with their children and get the benefit out of it. The one and only place where mothers can attend, learn homeopathy along with their children. So this is the place, Gurukul, where you can attend along with your child. So when I started to attend Gurukul, I was actually feeding my son. He was 2 years old and now he is 12 years old. So first time when I met Shekhar sir during a seminar, he told you can attend Gurukul. So my first query was, now I'm feeding my child, how can I attend? What to do? So sir told you can come there along with your child. No issues. So it was like that how I started my journey at Gurukul. So this is the place. So by doing this, when you attend Gurukul along with your child, most important thing is your child also grows along with you. They are more aware about who they are, what they are doing. That is really an amazing journey. If I have to tell my journey at Gurukul, I need to make a separate video out of it. We'll do that and post in near future. So the most important essential thing is females are more powerful than whatever they are. So as what Janavi ma'am told also, she recognized that after attending Gurukul, she is more bold, more confident. Even Prabha ma'am's statement was that even whatever I am today is only because of attending Gurukul regularly and sir's teaching. Because our original self is masked by our own emotions and delusions. So, Shekhar sir's teaching will bring us to awareness of who we are and what is the true potential that is hidden within us. So, attending Gurukul is not only about homeopathy, it is a life's journey which will bring you more closer to your soul. So, at any cost, don't miss attending Gurukul.
Dr. Divya,
Yes, Prabha ma'am, are you
am I?
there? Yes, you can
Yes.
share
Now,
your experience.
yeah, I'm so sorry for the disturbance.
No problem, ma'am.
Actually,
Absolutely.
after attending the Gurukul, I started, this point is very important. I started particularly practicing homeopathy. I was not having so much confidence to practice the homeopathy. So Shekhar, when there was a small trip. We went somewhere else near the lake. There, some question answer sessions were going on. Sir told that time. One person asked exactly the same question what was in my mind. So how to practice, how to start the practice without the clinic and without a patient initially. Sir told that Shekhar sir told that previously I used to behind the patients. Nowadays, patients are behind me. This is what we should very much. We should. It's very important to hear this one because Sir told wherever you are there under the tree also you can start your case taking. We need only the paper and pen. That's it. But my thinking was different at that time. After that, when I came back from SWARA, I started practicing. I started one case completely. Previously, I think so many hundreds of cases I took not completely with the homeopathy, only with the Ayurveda and modern medications. But after that, coming back from the Gurukul, I started the old cases. I reopened the old cases. I called them before going to Gurukul. I used to hesitate to ask them to come to clinic and for the case taking because I left in between. So I called them back. That confidence I gained from the Gurukul. I called them back, and four or five cases it was clear within 3 months. Within 3 months, and I showed that my one case that is natramure. I showed to Dr. Divya and Dr. Janvi knows that my weight reduction. One patient was 98 kg. She came to me. I gave that Ayurveda medication style. She reduced it to 15 kgs. But again, after minimum amount of duration, she regained the weight because that she was in only the yoga asanas and the Ayurveda medicines. After the completion of my treatment, when she left all the treatment, again she regained the weight. She told me, explained me everything. I told her to come back again. She came back. According to sir's teaching, I took the case. Within a 1.5 month, she started losing the weight. She gained 6 kg again, and she started losing the weight. She came back now to 24 kg of reduction. Usually in homeopathy all says there is no weight reduction. If you are taking the case completely and doing the work on it, then you can achieve anything. Now she is at present, last from 2 years, she is under treatment. Now there is no medications at all. After that, only one natramure worked for 1 year. I don't believe actually. 1 year. I did not repeat the medication. Just she started losing the weight. Now she is 62 kg. She is very happy. She is an engineering student now. So this type of cases, this is a wonderful case. I showed to the sir also and Dr. Divya also. And this type of many respiratory disorders and many varicose vein. And fertility cases also I did only because of Shekhar sir's teaching. And the book launched recently, case taking book. It is helping me a lot. Even though we are going last from 2018, even though we missed some or the other Gurukuls. Actually, I missed because of my these things works. But everything, when I started reading that book, everything I am recalling. And that book, and in the Gurukul, the Dr. Divya, Dr. Priyanka Devi used to tell, you keep that book and refer that book always. So I used to do that one. And yeah, I used to see this case taking book. It's both are, it's really doing amazing works actually. Sir's teaching notes and also this case taking book. I'm very glad that in my life, Shekhar sir, I got Shekhar sir as a guru. Thank you so much, Dr. Divya.
Thank you for your wholehearted sharing of experience, ma'am. It's the joy of happiness we all are enjoying together. And the whole aim of this session is those who are not able to receive that joy should also receive in near future. So the most youngest child who has attended Gurukul is 9 months old. So one of the doctor from Pune, she took the child along with her mother to take care of that child. So you can attend Gurukul with your children. If they are able to be on their own, then nobody to take care is needed. If somebody else is needed to take care of child, then you can bring that person also along with you. The aim is you don't miss the teachings. Many a times, from 3 years onwards, my son started to attend Gurukul. He will be sitting on my lap. We both will be playing behind and listening to the class because it is an open place. So simultaneously, you can engage your child and you can attend the session also. If it is a seminar conference hall, then it is a closed space. And if the child is shouting, crying, then that becomes an issue, disturbance to everybody. But here, first of all, children, they will be on their own. They'll be playing here and there. And even if you want to engage them, you can do it. It will not disturb anybody. So the best opportunity for everybody to utilize. So there are upcoming seminars in various states of Dr. Shekhar Algungi sir on case taking because this is very essential, the basic foundation for our prescription. And Shekhar sir's teaching on case taking is such a way that it brings awareness to the self, to the patient and to doctor. Those case taking questions is applicable not only to patients but in our everyday life that we can ask to us and those around us. So arguments, disagreements, everything reduce and our life becomes a smooth one. So attending the case-taking session of Dr. Shekhar Algungi sir will be very much helpful for your life because in every day we are in conversation with people around us. Many a times we don't understand what the other person is trying to tell as it is. We add our own emotions and delusions and that creates a problem. So sir's teaching on case taking on of how to see as it is helps us to deal with everyday people around us like our husband, children, in-laws, everybody. So these are the dates of upcoming case taking seminars in various states. So whosoever is nearby in that state, you can utilize that opportunity. You can just click an image of this picture. November 5th, it is in Madhya Pradesh, Indore. And for details, you can contact this number. November 18th and 19th, it is in Tamil Nadu, Madurai, contact number. December 2nd and 3rd in Gujarat, Ahmedabad, contact number. And from 24th to 30th December, it is in SWARA HOMEO GURUKUL, which is in Ratnagiri, Maharashtra. You can contact this number. So don't worry if you are traveling alone, you please contact this number So you will get guidance of who other doctor is traveling from your place, so that you can combine with that doctor and book the travel. So you are not worried about the unknown journey and the place. So you will get guidance in every form. You please contact this number for further details of SWARA HOMEO GURUKUL. So it's not only a first of all, I have heard only Shekhar sir telling questions is very important, and that's what made me to follow his teachings completely. But it's not only sir; many of the stalwarts have told that questions is very important. What Einstein has told. See, if I had an hour to solve a problem and my life depended on it, I would use the first 55 minutes determining the proper questions to ask. So in 1 hour, 55 minutes he is spending only for questions, proper questions to ask. So in balance 5 minutes, the solution is automatic. It is the question that brings the right answer. So we have to start focusing on the questions, questioning the other and questioning our own selves. What is the need for me to act in this way? So the purpose becomes clear. And in one sentence, if you have to tell the experience of Gurukul is, it is all from confusion to clarity for me. So things become more clear of how to deal with it. So those who are not able to attend seminars or Gurukul, don't worry. If you are not able to attend in the moment, you can attend in near future. We can take small steps. So in that concern, we have come up with various ideas that those who are not able to attend seminars also should get sir's teachings. So, and that's how we have started this YouTube channel, SWARA HOMEO GURUKUL Academy and Clinic, where you can type this name and you will find this channel. You please subscribe and click the notification, because every week various videos of sir and students of sir, various lectures, case presentation, many things are uploaded. Even this session which is today that is happening will be uploaded, so you can rewatch it. So once you listen to those videos again and again, you will learn many things. Even though I am attending sir's teaching for past 11 years, once I listen to his video again, I am learning again, because his teachings are so deep that whenever we listen and re-listen, the more we get through that teachings. So this is sir's pendrive lectures. Few seminars of him is recorded video lectures with complete case explanation. Mammals 15 hours, snakes 12 hours, birds 12 hours, salt 40 hours, levels of experience 7 hours, kingdom differentiation 7 hours. Each lecture has the theory part and the practical part which supports the theory, so that it gets like a stamp in our mind. What is this all about? And sir's teaching is such that he uses various examples to make things clear to us. So for the purchase of video lectures, you please contact this number. You just click an image of it. And next is we have started a WhatsApp group, Restart for Female Doctors. So those who are willing to join in that group can join, where you can ask your queries every day so that we can answer to it. It is not like this session we are guiding and then we are leaving it. So you can join in this group. I will post that group's link in chat box so that you can join. And in future, if anybody of your friends is interested to join also, you can tell them to join. We will send the link to you in the group. So the next is, ultimately, where there is a will, there is a way, which Janavi ma'am began with. The same thing we will end up with. Once you have a will, there is a way. You will find all the ways to conquer it. So let us have some quick reminders about what we have to do. The obstacles are meant to overcome. Fear is meant to be conquered. success is meant to be achieved. Like, for example, Kausalya ma'am also asked after that exercise, if it is an inherent quality, what to do? Exactly. If it is an inherent quality, you have to go through it and face it. Janavi ma'am rightly told it. Only when you face it, you can be able to come out of it. If you are trying to escape from it or avoiding it, you can never come out of it. Whatever it is, just face it. So life's challenges are supposed to paralyze you. Life challenges are not supposed to paralyze you. They are supposed to help you discover who you are. You have been told you must overcome many obstacles before you can achieve success. In fact, there is only one, and that is you. So obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, and work around it. So Gurukul workshops is such precious things. When we are not able to find out the way by our own self, there are many like-minded people who will help us to climb it, go through it, and work around it. So greater the obstacle, the more glory in overcoming it. So we have to be grateful for all our sufferings and obstacles. Because of that, your true potential comes out and you become who you are. Without sufferings and obstacles, we can't rise to that occasion. So life is in your hand. Decision is yours, either to suffer or to rise. So as we come to the end of our time together, let us take with us the lessons we have learned, the experiences we have shared, and the joy we have felt. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a million for joining in and asking your queries. Thank you, Janavi ma'am. Thank you, Prabha ma'am, for the valuable inputs. Thank you, Dr. Kribashni, for hosting the event and to make this event run seamlessly. Thanks. I thank all the SWARA team members wholeheartedly for all the efforts that is taken for making everybody grow in life.